Hey, how you guys doing tonight? Dan with Mad Nasty Trapping coming back at you again with another update from Fur Drop Off 2017-2018 season. Now, here's what happened. I already posted a video. I already posted a video intro today, this morning, before we left, or before I left, and we all left to meet at one destination. Okay. We met up at a local restaurant over in Shelby, Ohio, or just outside of Shelby, Ohio, rather. And there's a story going down that hopefully you guys will get tonight. Brian Wall was on his way, didn't make it, and I'm going to let him tell the story on a side-by-side live feed later. That is a story for him to tell, and I don't want to spoil the story. So, that being said, Brian Wall did not make it today, but Rich Goss, good fellow friend of mine, Rich Goss, he showed up, and Brandon as well showed up. Okay. So it was me, Rich, Brandon. We sat around a table and we had lunch together, and a good time was had by all. And I did live stream a portion of that lunch for all of you guys to see. And I will have it uploaded to YouTube channel Mad Nasty Trapping here very shortly. I already have the replay up and available for viewing on Dan Edwards' Facebook. Okay, so we sat down, we had a nice lunch together. We all kind of brought gifts for each other because we know where our shortfalls are. We know what, after this season, we knew what we were missing supply-wise in our fur sheds. We knew what we had an abundance of in our fur sheds, and we felt that it was best to do a trade of items. So, Brandon, Rich, and Brian, we all got into a gift exchange. We all agreed to exchange gifts of our surplus to fill in the slots of the empties so we can help each other in our future seasons. So that was really cool. It was like Christmas in whatever the hell month this is. It was a beautiful thing. So I got some really nice items. Which I'll go over later, and I will go over what I gave out to some of the other people. Okay, so that's where we're sitting. And at which point after the lunch, Brandon left. He had turned his furs in to his local buyer prior to today's date. But him being an Ohio resident decided to come out and meet up with us boys for lunch. So, really, really good guy. Brandon, you're a hell of a guy. Rich, dude, it's an absolute pleasure meeting both of you. Really, really upstanding, great quality people. And it's nice to be able to hang with fellow trappers since there aren't many trappers around, especially in my area. It's nice to be able to talk with like-minded people. Okay, so we wrapped up over at the lunch. Brandon headed out, went home. He had no furs to turn in. Rich and myself, we decided to go and hit the NAFA drop-off point. Okay, so we went over, dropped our furs off of NAFA, and what an experience that was. Unfortunately, when I showed up, I asked the person at the drop-off, may I record the procedures and processes upon drop-off, and any discussions we have, may I record them? He says, no, I do not allow any recording at all, period. So, playing by their rules, I was not able to get any video footage of the NAFA drop, unfortunately. It saddens me because I was really looking forward to being able to put that experience out there for the people that have not been able to witness it or have never done it. I apologize, guys. It's not on my behalf. It's on behalf of the request of the auction drop-off point for NAFA that there be no videotaping. So, all I have is the information I got right here in my brain. And honestly, I wanted to record it so I could review the information at a later time. Because being there, being in the moment, I probably only retained a good 30 to 50% of what information was given, which is sad. Because I'd like to be able to go back, review that footage, and make sure that I'm doing it the way that NAFA prefers you do it. Okay, so what basically happened is we went in there, we dropped our furs off, they went and they tallied out our counts, made sure our counts are accurate, put the furs back in the bags, reviewed our paperwork from NAFA that got mailed to us, reviewed our filled out paperwork to make sure everything was filled out properly, all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed, etc. Okay? And he says, what else can I do for you? And I says, since we are here and we drove the distance, would you mind taking 2 or 3 furs out of each of our bags? Myself and Rich, the 2 that were at the drop off. Okay. Would you take a couple of furs out of the bags and critique them? Give us the good, give us the bad, give us where we excelled and what we need to do to improve. And he did so. And in doing so, Rich and myself learned a lot. And in the end, it came out that both of our furs were good. They're good product. But they gave us little tips and pointers to make it even better. And he couldn't stress enough that it's all upon the graders and how they grade the furs. It's better to take a little bit of extra additional time in making sure the presentation is as nice as possible. That speaks above quantity. You got to have quality before you increase your quantity. So that's a big tip for everybody out there, and one that I really took to heart from the drop-off point is that you got to give your all to every one of the furs. Even you guys that are running mass numbers, large quantities, and you guys are running long lines and your numbers are far superior, way higher than mine. Keep that in mind, that it's not all about the quantity. Quantity is good. But if you take additional time on each of those furs to make sure that the presentation is as premium as possible, and then run that across the board, you're going to be much better off. So we learned that. We shook hands with the man and kind of gave her a little wave bye-bye to our furs as they go off to auction. And now we wait upon the auction date, in which at this point I'm going to do my best to figure out an exact date on the auction. And as I was told at the drop-off point, that if I call the NAFA auction, they will give me basically an online screen name and a password, in which that I can go on their website, plug that information in, and I can watch live stream video of the NAFA auction, and I can watch the numbers ramp down, and I can actually watch the furs get auctioned off. So I think that I might just have to go and throw a little gathering, a little get-together, a little party, and we're going to kick some beers back, eat some barbecue, and watch the auction live as they rattle off all the furs. And it's going to be a good time. And I'll keep you guys updated as to where and when that will take place, and whether or not it's going to be an open invite to anybody or a select private invite only. So that's still to come. But it's been a fun day. We shook hands, we parted ways, we laughed, and what an experience it has been. It's been an absolutely awesome season. And I'm already looking forward to getting traps back out in the woods and running live stream on all next season's catches live on the trap line with Mad Nasty Trapping, and getting all the furs done, and a repeat of this year coming back to Shelby, Ohio, NAFA fur drop, and another trapper breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So, yeah, that's basically how it is at this point. I'm going to continue to vlog my video as best as I can, get you guys some additional footage. I got the drive home, sun's starting to set, and yeah, I got a lot of things to think about, a lot of going through my head right now. But absolutely, what a truly awesome season it was, and what a great end to the trapping season. I had a lot of good catches. I had a lot of really nice quality fur. And I met, most importantly, some of the coolest, nicest, genuine, most respectful, downright awesome people that I've ever met. And they're all trappers, and I'm proud to say they're friends of mine. So, this is Dan with Mad Nasty Trapping, coming back at you with another video and an update. And I will see you very shortly with another video for my vlog on the road back home to Michigan from Ohio. You will see me sooner than you think. Baby!